Welcome everyone to yet another match in the battle for Indiana 2020. If you've been in this stream long enough, you probably know the name by now. I'm Wilson Avila, and alongside me, I have Golden Quack. It's been a real pleasure. I can't wait to cast with you yet again for this matchup. And what an interesting match it is. We get to see Purdue return yet again to the stage. And of course, we get to see Butler's coming back. My apologies. It's been a while since we've seen Butler in the tournament, and I can't wait to see them again, especially after in this tank gameplay, right, Quack?
Absolutely.
Right. I'm very excited for this. Let's go ahead and roll back on the rosters for this. Quack, do you have that pulled up, or would you like me to take care of that?
I can do it.
All right, thank you, Quack.
So far in our matchups, we've had Indiana University against Butler University, Indiana taking the win. We've had Ball State against Indiana, and Ball State won. And then our last match was Purdue versus Bethel, Purdue taking the win cleanly and strongly.
Right, you are. I'm interested to see how this map plays out. We are getting some Oasis gameplay, Symmetra's hometown. I'm very hyped for this. Oh, and we get my favorite Oasis map to hold. For control, this is one of the main ones. Two great areas to flank to the left and right of the objective, and an interesting low ground with a bonus 258 health pack that is yours for the taking. However, once you take that, it'll be ridiculously hard to wander back up onto the stage to fight with the rest of the team. But with good team compositions, who knows what can happen. Hey, walk me through the compositions here, Quack. What are we seeing?
On Purdue side, we have Illusion as Reaper. We have the Bush Spy as Lucio. We've got Kenna as Diva. We've got Golex on Sombra, which is an interesting pick considering her plays this evening. We've got May Stration on Ana, which is always a good pick. And we've got Thick on Reinhardt holding that shield heavy. On Butler side, we have Aftia Zarya once again. We've got Caldwin on Echo, an interesting pick. We've got Zarya probably saying that right. Zarya Nastra on Ashe, which is always fun to see. We've got Depression on Ana, so it's an Ana v Ana. We've got Penicillin on Reinhardt as well, so we'll be seeing some Reinhardt v Reinhardts as well. And we've got Moira with Humongo Frog.
Fair. I'm excited to see Humongo Frog, Lucio gameplay from Won Me Over, but Illusion gets two quick picks. I'm telling you, Illusion might be the DPS of tonight. But Golex is hoping to make some progress here too. Ryan gets the fat charge. Thick absolutely demolishing Zerinastra. Also, proper shield timing. Look at that. Anti does not go off. Depression unable to get anyone anti. Purdue capped with 1% on point. And just like that, Purdue has control of point with 1%. Unfortunate to see Afti is antied on that, but Afti back up to full. Thick has a solid 85% on charge. An early shatter here could be a really nice team, and there it is with the Maywall in conjunction. Those are some very nice picks to capitalize on. Yes, Thick and Illusion absolutely demolished that front line. Next team fight, looking heavily in favor of Purdue. They're going to go ahead and hold spawn. Why not? Oh, and there's the high from Thick. Real aggressive with it. Man, Purdue just wants to display their pure aggression, and it's working. Penicillin already wiped down his shield. Shield out! You hate to have no shield as Reinhardt. And just like that, Thick, oh, predicted! Oh my goodness, what a charge into it! Oh, what do you think about that? That was pretty Omega IQ, right, Quack?
Reinhardt charges are always difficult to get, but that one was definitely one of the most beautiful ones I've seen.
That was ridiculously well timed. Kudos to Purdue for that one. A grab coming out. And just like that, oh, no picks in this team fight. Diva Bomb getting thrown out. So many ults. Oh, Kenna with the huge bomb. Getting that 4K. And just like that, there is no doubt in my mind's eye what play of the game is going to be. And Canestra just hoping to get some extra ult charge before getting sent back to spawn with Disgrace. Nothing too massive here. 80%. This is going to be the last push from Butler. They're going to have to make this count. Thick plays really aggressive. has Shatter, might as well play aggressive with it. Gets slapped by the Ana. That might be enough. Illusion gets a nice pick. Depression down and to Shatter Sombra for the end. 98, 99. Just like that, it's overtime. We have a backcapper. Reaper messing things up. And just like that, we have a Reaper. Oh, that's unfortunate to see. Penicillin did get the pick up on the Bush Spy, but that doesn't matter. Kenna ended it with a pick on Afti, and Illusion, cheeky, with the Reinhardt pick as well. Wow. Purdue is playing a really clean game, not allowing a single cap. The closest it ever got was a back cap, and even then they had 3 people shut down that C9. Man, we have had one interesting C9 just earlier last match with Bethel against Purdue. What do you think the odds are Butler's able to pull one off here, Quack?
I am not feeling it. If Afti can be as creative and smart with their grab, then I think they'll be able to pull it off. But if Purdue gets the point in the first half, then they are definitely going to be done with. Purdue's defense is just way too strong, and their DPS is way too aligned with each other.
Right, you are. Afti stays with the Afti goes with a Zarya here. Remember, Afti was doing some really great Sigma plays earlier today. I'm very disappointed to see that they're not giving Reaper a shot here, especially against a charging D.Va or a Rein. That extra crowd control could just be enough to win the team fight. But it doesn't matter. Thick gets a pick off on Afti anyways. Illusion goes in on Penicillin. The Bush Spy boops Echo. And Illusion gets May. And just like that, Purdue finds themselves a new home in in Butler's spawn. Butler is going to have to camp out there and make some good picks while they can. Also, just look at this huge ult difference here. May Serration is the closest to an ult with 79%. The closest one is May at 66. Zerinestra is close to getting it, but it looks like May Serration will get it first, and that ult fight is absolutely massive. Ryan gets nanoed into it, eliminates Afti, and just like that with the huge wall, and Anti-Thick gets the slam down, the Bush Spy able to wipe out the enemy Lucio, and Depression also sent back to spawn. Wow. Purdue is not having it today. But to be fair, 35% on point. This is still up for grabs. Man, I just seen this cohesion in how Purdue plays. It's unlike anything we've seen from the other teams earlier today. Wouldn't you agree, Quack?
Absolutely. Purdue is on a whole different level.
Kenna is able to get Zeri Nostra picked off, which is something, I suppose. And there was an attempt to D.Va back cap, and it worked! They have control of point! Oh my goodness! Just like that! Purdue's going to have to push again. Purdue does have a few ultimates to go, or they will have a few ultimates to go on with, namely Blizzard, which will be massive in taking back point. And yep, just like that, Blizzard gets thrown out. Ryan is definitely dead here. Lucio able to boot. Oh no. But Golex is saying no, and he is taking Caldwell down with him. Humongo Frog able to get a pick too. Wait a minute. I've been reading this all wrong. Red. Butler, you've been holding it out. They're still holding point, 42%. This might be good enough to hold. They were able to withstand Blizzard. I can't believe what I'm seeing. This is all happening so fast. Wow. Quack, how do you think Purdue will take point back?
I think Purdue will rely heavily on the ults that they do have, and they'll try to target off one person at a time. And Thick is extremely aggressive, and it is devastating towards the enemy team. But hopefully Butler can settle down and have just as much defense as Purdue.
Golex heard you and said no to that. Golex was popping off with Echo here. Some of the plays with the stickies were debatable, but using his E there, really impressive. Also, look at how Golex is using high ground to his advantage here. Golex really making the full use of the versatility of Echo's mobility. That is a mouthful to string together. Anyways, Depression charges in with Cole, hoping to get Bethel in there yet again. And after the ult onto the point, Illusion hoping to push him back, and just like that, Kenna gets a pick with Bomb and knocks Junk out of the game. Golek's able to pick off the enemy Echo, but Penicillin able to get Thick out of there, but Penicillin is out. Just like that, 3% for Purdue's victory, and slept on point is Moira. Depression eliminated right off of point. I don't think they can touch, and just like that, Reaper gets ulted for the fun of it. And then, oh wait, yep, that's it. Beyblade Reaper coming out again, and just like that, Purdue takes the first map. No surprise here what Pot G is. It's got to be the Diva Bomb from Kenna. Yep, no surprise here. Huge 4K, although so many good instances just from Purdue. I feel like this shouldn't deserve it because Purdue has displayed so much teamwork and craftsmanship over the course of these two maps. It needs to be discussed more. Other teams should be taking note on what Purdue is doing right here. Quack, what do you think other teams should take away from Purdue's victory?
They have built a solid defense, and their DPS is on point and communicating with each other really well. They know who to attack, when to attack, and they are timing their ults and abilities so well that it's almost flawless.
Right, you are. Nothing quite stands up like a good team, and Purdue has an excellent team to support them. Overall, I have to talk wonders about Illusion's DPS gameplay. Illusion has impressed me by far with the most DPS. That being said, I do have a soft spot for Hunter Squared. Keep popping off, my buddy. But I'm very excited to see how this next map goes for Purdue Butler. Butler, man, they have a ways to go, but depending on what control map they pick... Oh, wait. I'm seeing stuff in chat. Oh, it looks like it's going to be Havana on Escort yet again. A very popular Escort map here. Now, I believe, yes, Butler played on Havana and lost to IU, but they were able to take Cart almost the full distance on the first approach. Do you think Butler will be able to full push here against Purdue's monster backline?
I think if they can have even the slightest amount of DPS comparing to Purdue, if they can get half of that or even close to it, then they will be able to take whatever they want. But they have to be aggressive against Thick and Kenna because they are pushing and they are not stopping.
True aggression being shown here from Purdue, I must admit. Let's take a look at our lineups here. Over on the Purdue side, we have Illusion as Reaper yet again. We have Thick back on Monkey. We're happy to see some Winston gameplay up in this. Maceration goes Ana. Makes sense. There could be some cheeky spots to snipe from on this map. Golex on the Mei, Kenna on the Diva, and the Bush Spy on Lucio. I'm very happy to see some good Lucio gameplay here today. Talk me through what we're seeing on the Butler side of things here.
Afty is once again going Sigma, which we will always appreciate. Their Sigma is on point, as always. Caldwin decided to go Sombra, which is always a tricky pick. Zaranastra is Ash, which is a good pick altogether if they can get some of those headshots down. Depression has chosen Ana, and Penicillin is going back on Rhine. And Humongo Frog is back on Lucio, where we like him.
I'm very interested to see how this plays off. Oh my, we have Bastion, nerf Bastion, up until he gets out of spawn. They're hoping to set up a line of sight and just have him mow people down. It makes sense, especially for Escort to play Bastion here. It might be toxic, but it might just be enough to get him a dub. Just like that, Bastion is set up. And just like that, Bastion's picked off. All for what? One mech down. That was not much at all. Caldwin is going to have to play a strong Bastion to get any sort of progress whatsoever. We haven't seen much Bastion gameplay. I feel like Ana is good here to support him, but just like that, Kenna gets 2 picks off with the micro missiles onto Bastion and Ash. So many picks here. Only person left standing is Penicillin, and no one wants to beat up the Hog. We don't want to call PETA on this. Hog is just going to retreat back and get some HP. Purdue is playing oh so aggressive. They know they can control this map, and they intend to keep it that way. Also, in terms of map control, Purdue is just absolutely flooring their opponent. Namely with Mei. Yep, look at that. They walled off Bastion to keep him away from the supports, and just like that, what an easy pick. If you can single off your opponent, you have nice picks set up. And Purdue isn't playing too cocky with it either, which is kind of weird to say considering their spawn position, but it's not the most aggressive we've seen them today. They are playing careful. I'm interested that no one has tried to back cap with, say, a Sombra, but I'm very interested to see how this will go. What ults do you think will be massive in this next fight, Quack?
I think that DPS ults always go a long way. The Bush Spy is definitely watching out for Bastion's ult because that can devastate ranks. But if he has his beat, then it will do damage, but it will not kill. And I think that Butler is definitely depending on that Bastion to get them places.
Fair enough, fair enough. Oh no, just like that. Bastion and Bongo is destroyed. That's Orissa's ult gone. You cannot get that back easily. Wow, Butler has held them. They haven't pushed the payload one bit in the last 3 minutes. 45 seconds left for Butler to get something together. Thick, looking for an opening, looking for an enemy team. You see someone left side, they're hoping to get Ashe picked off here. Ashe decides to retreat, safe thing to do. Orisa pops out, and Hog. Oh, but that's unable to confirm a pick. Oh wait, never mind, Hog is down. Dynamite does come out. It looks like Kenna might get out of mech. Never mind. Kenna has been... And just like that, Butler is down yet again. Blizzard thrown into spawn. They have 10 seconds to make something happen here. I don't think they're going to get it. 88% on Reaper's ult. Who knows, they might need it for the last little bit. Wow. Full stop on Havana. Caldwin already calling it in chat. GG, well played. Zeranaster just wants a PogChamp with this. Can we get a PogChamp going for that hold? Because I'm not. That was massive. Maybe it's team diff, maybe it's skill diff, but nothing quite compares to how impressive that was. That was amazing. Quack, how often have you seen Havana Cart not get pushed? I don't think I've seen that before, even in pros.
That was the cleanest hold I have ever seen, and I've been playing Overwatch for quite a bit. Havana is definitely a hard map, but I've always seen the payload get pushed, and this is a first for me as well.
I haven't even, not even a single tick. All that, actually wait, I was mistaken. In fact, the number is 0.69 meters. All Butler has to do is push 0.7 meters, and that's the victory for them. Wow. This is going to be a very interesting matchup here. I'm astonished at the gameplay we're seeing today. Butler, they're doing good. I can't fault them for anything, but at the exact same time, Purdue just has this massive hold. Also, it looks like we're going to see some Brigitte gameplay. It makes sense if you're just going to brawl on point. Illusion hoping to get a cheeky pick. They're expecting backlines. No, it's full on brawl. And just like that, Ashe is picked off. Yeah, this is going extremely well for Purdue. But they get a pick off on Thick. But Kenna is able to wipe the other tank down. And the point is being contested by an antied Rhine. Yeah, that's the push. GG. Oh my goodness. I hate to see May get play of the game, but give Golex a lot of credit. Throw wall plays. Did he not throw... He threw Blizzard into spawn. I still cannot believe the audacity. This monster has. This absolute beast. Kind of hoping to put out yet again. Yeah, and of course Purdue gets all of those. Kind of gets 86% kill participation. I think it was just the high mobility of Purdue's composition and their team communication that got them that victory. Really sweet stuff there, wouldn't you say?
It's painful to even see it happen. But sometimes games are just like that.
Games are games. And there's always next game for Butler. They will be playing up against. Actually, they have their bye round next round. We will be going to our last match before finals, where we will be seeing Bethel face off against Ball State University. Ball State University, the last time they're still playing right now against Indiana University, but the last match they played, they lost to Butler 0-2. And of course, we can see some big things here. We saw Ball State. They popped off against IU. This will be a very interesting matchup. Of course, you'll be getting to see your home boys play again. I'm excited to see some Ball State plays as well. They had very good compositions in place. Maybe they can get Kings Row again and pop off. Don't you think, Golden?
Absolutely. Them on a map of their choosing is devastating, but it's like that for every single team. Every team has a specific map that they know like the back of their hand. And if you get them on that map, then I don't think that you're going to have much of a chance.
True, true. That's a very fair point to raise up, especially since with Overwatch there has been a lot of options discussed for tournament play. There have been hero bans in place. There have been map rotations in place. Now we're in a spot where there are no hero bans, and for our tournament we are doing a sort of map pick system. Games are interesting like that for Overwatch, and map picking is a vital part of a composition. Practice a map, get good at it, you might be able to pick it for a game, and that could win you the tournament. The metagame of Overwatch is always present and always evolving, especially with Jeff Kaplan changing things. We're always happy for him. But it looks like we have some time to kill before the next match. Again, we're excited to be bringing back to you Bethel University and Ball State University in the final round before finals. And then, well, stick around with us, and you'll get to see the fireworks that happen next. I'm Wilson Avila. This is Golden Quack. We're signing off. See you next match.